Oh my gosh. How can you make a whole batch of Blondies just like this with 2 ingredients? Like, come on. This is like a no-brainer. You have to make this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've lost over 100 pounds by making healthier alternatives to some of my favorite foods. So today I'm gonna show you how I make Blondies, okay? So of course, these are low carb. If you are trying to lose some weight, just a few pounds before the summer, or you are just trying to live a healthier lifestyle, these are a great option because they are sugar-free, they're low carb, they're diabetic friendly, and on top of all of that, they are also made with just 2 ingredients. Now, I've made something similar to this with chocolate chips, which made brownies. And I went into the kitchen and I was like, okay, it worked with brownies, but will it work with Blondies? Because sometimes I'm not craving chocolate and I want something that's just like sweet, but not chocolatey. Blondies are some of my favorite things in the whole wide world. And so using white chocolate chips, I was able to make Blondies. So I'm gonna show you how to make them super easy. I already have the chocolate chips in here. I'm just gonna put these into the microwave just to melt. You wanna be careful with your chocolate chips, okay? Because 1, chocolate chips are expensive. 2, once you mess them up, you cannot reverse it, okay? So then you'll just have to start all over again. Okay, let's give it, oh yeah. Okay, so sometimes even if there's a few little chips that still haven't melted, like it's better to put in a little arm work to make sure that you melt the chocolate chips or like finish melting them versus burning it. Because once you burn it, I'm telling you, I don't think there's anything. If you know how to revive burnt chocolate, please let me know because I cannot tell you how many times I have burnt my chocolate chips. So this is good to go. Look at how easy this batter is. So if you're someone that doesn't even like to bake, you're afraid of baking, and you don't even want to use your oven, you can make this in the air fryer too, okay? So we're just gonna put in our eggs. And then after we get our eggs, we are just gonna combine this and wait until you see the batter. It's just like normal batter. Let's go ahead and mix this. So we're just gonna mix our eggs. So we have our eggs nice and mixed. And now we're just gonna toss in the chocolate chips, our melted white chocolate chips. And now let's make our brownie batter, okay? So I wanna show you the mixture of the consistency of the mixture of like our Blondie batter. Now, I have to say this because I know it might happen to one of you. So in case you pour in your melted chocolate into your eggs and you start seeing your chocolate kind of harden, what's happening is just the temperatures are too far apart, like they're just too different. So what you have to do is then take it onto your stove and do I think it's kind of like a double broiler type vibe, but it's basically you put a little pot with water and then you have it boil, and then you put your mixture right on top, and then you just mix it. And what it does, it just like makes everything come to the same temperature. Anyway, that's probably not gonna happen, but in case it does, there is a solution. And I know this looks very loose because usually when you make brownies or Blondies, it's like a very thick consistency, but trust me, okay? This is one of those recipes, just trust the process. It is gonna turn out, and not only does it turn out, it turns out so delicious. So wait until you see the texture. The edges get nice and crispy. The inside is nice and chewy. It's just like a whole 10 out of 10, okay? You can use whatever you have on hand, even if it's like a glass, like, you know, the glass Pyrex, silicone, they all work. So I like to do the parchment just because then it's like the cleanup is so much easier. It's a little trick that I do because obviously parchment, it always slips off. So I just do a little bit of oil and then put the parchment in and it sticks, see? I might as well just do it inside too. All right, and now just pour it right in. And it seems a little runny, but it's not. It's gonna be perfect. So that's it. Our oven's preheated 350. This is gonna go in for about 30 to 35 minutes. And right now, when it turns out, I will show you just how perfect the edges are, the texture. I'm so excited. Okay, so while that's baking, a lot of you asked me about the supplements that I take. So I wanted to show you the multivitamin that I take is from Ritual. This is just a woman's multivitamin. It's an 18 and older. They do have some for 50 and older, for like teens. What I love about the Ritual vitamins is that everything is traceable. These are very specific. You go on their site, you can see exactly where the iron comes from, where the magnesium is sourced from. For me personally, I really pay attention to everything that I put into my body. They're also gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. And if you're someone that doesn't like taking a lot of pills, these are a 9-in-1, which is great because you get 9 essential vitamins and minerals with just the 2 capsules. So I do them in the morning, literally just take them, and then I don't have to worry about my vitamins throughout the day. I like taking these in the morning, but literally anytime. I'll leave them linked in the description below, and you can use my discount code, which is lowcarblove25, and it'll get you 25% off your first month. Oh my goodness, look at this. 2 ingredient blondies. These are perfect. The edges are crispy. The inside's gonna be nice and chewy and gooey. It's literally like the best invention. I think what I love the most about blondies is just how they are like chewy. If you are a person that likes like the crispiness on the outside, chewiness on the inside, this is for you. This right here is a must. How can you make a whole batch of blondies just like this with 2 ingredients? Like, come on. This is like a no-brainer. You have to make this. Here, let me show you the texture. You have the crispy edges, and then the inside is nice and moist and nice and chewy. I personally love that. I love a chewy middle with a nice crispy edge, and that's exactly what you get with these. So now all I need is a glass of ice cold milk. This is like perfect for night. For me, I don't crave sweets until the night. I don't know why, that's just how I work. And this right here, I put it in my little container. Whenever I want one, I just go and grab it straight from the fridge. But anyway, going in for the taste test. Oh my gosh. It is. It is perfectly nice and smooth. The crispy edges for me are my favorite. So if you're a chocolate person, make my 2 ingredient chocolate brownies. They're absolutely delicious. But if you love blondies, like you're not a fan of chocolate, or sometimes you crave something other than chocolate, you have to make these. The texture's on point. They don't taste any different than a regular blondie. So when you envision blondie, like that's what I'm craving. This is it right here. And it's so easy. 2 ingredients, like you can't go wrong. A 2 ingredient brownie, like what the heck? So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the recipe in the description below. Once you make them, come back, comment down below. Let me know what you think. I love going through your comments and just seeing those of you that recreate my recipes, what you think. Remember, if you have friends and family that are either diabetic or just living a low carb lifestyle, please share my channel with them, share my recipes. They can be super, super helpful because remember, a lot of diabetics or people that are trying to lose weight, they think that they can't have sweets. And on my channel, you know that I make like all my sweets that are pretty much diabetic friendly and for sure low carb and keto friendly. So I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to hit the little bell notification so that you're reminded every time I post a video just like this one. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love you and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.